Good evening and welcome to the News Hour on the Papyrus TV Africa. I am Elizabeth Ubu. A suspected human trafficker has been arrested by the Nigerian Army. Everyone needs a pay rise or shomole. Workers' Day. Kaduna workers yet to forgive former governor. Rise allegations against Peter Obi. Hush down on saboteurs, reps tell security agents. Inhuman working conditions ends, Senate President. First scarcity will soon be over, government today, masses. After a failed attempt to traffic a 22-year-old girl to Libya, troops of the Nigerian Army have arrested a suspected human trafficker identified as Olushola Arike in Lagos State. Olabisi Ayeni, the spokesperson of the 81 Division of the Army, in a statement said troops of the 65 Battalion operating under the 81 Division arrested the suspect following actionable intelligence. Ayeni said the suspect was accused of kidnapping Fayoke Kunle, a 22-year-old girl of one Aino Kunle. Mrs. Kunle claimed she had voluntarily entrusted her daughter to the suspect, who had promised to secure employment for the young girl in Oshodi, Lagos State. However, instead of heading to Oshodi as promised, the suspect moved Miss Kunle to Kano, where the victim later discovered herself and overheard discussions about being transported to Libya. Miss Kunle courageously escaped from her captor and returned home on April 23, 2024. In response to the report, the troops reached out to Arike, offering to entrust more people to her for her job opportunities. The suspect eagerly accepted the offer and was subsequently arrested at the designated meeting point, where she intended to pick up her supposed other victim. Both the suspect and the victim have been handed over to the Aja Police Command in Lagos for further investigation. Senator Adams Oshomole has insisted that everybody needs a pay rise, considering the harsh economic realities. I think there is some unanimity between employers, including private employees, and obviously the federal government, and I believe state government, that the current minimum wage of 30,000 is a joke. Drama on Workers' Day at Kaduna, as Kaduna workers are yet to forgive former governor Nasiru El-Rufai for his government's reported actions against them. Interestingly, they rated his successor high. The PDP made a fresh demand amid the Kaduna debt saga to worsen the situation. Umahi's allegation against Peter Obi underscores his hypocrisy. Bayo Onanuga, a spokesperson to President Tinubu, has thrown his weight in support of the Minister of Works, Engineer Dave Umahi, alleging that the presidential candidate of the Labour Party LP in the last general election, Mr. Peter, was inciting Igbos against the government. Onanuga said Umahi's allegation underscores Obi's hypocrisy on the Lagos-Calabar Superhighway. Works Minister Engineer Dave Umahi underscores Obi's hypocrisy on the Lagos-Calabar Superhighway. He wrote on his X handle on Thursday. It was reported that Umahi had alleged that Obi was inciting people against the Southeast, especially those who are not well informed against the government. Umahi also claimed that Obi would subsequently not go to fight for the Igbos if after getting them into trouble. The minister's statement was made on Wednesday while speaking during a compensation for property owners affected by the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road prospect. Recall that the 700-kilometer coastal highway has been immersed in controversy following the demolition of landmark beach resorts valued at $200 million to create rights of way for the project, which is estimated to cost the federal government 15 trillion naira. Obi had slammed Tinubu's administration for going on with the controversial Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway project in defiance to public outcry. The presidential candidate claimed that the government was embarking on a job-losing project at a time of rampant unemployment, advising that it was not too late to discontinue the Lagos-Calabar Highway project. According to him, urgent necessities in the country include nationwide security, poverty eradication, healthcare, and education, especially for the poor and underprivileged. However, Umar questioned Obi's view about the project. He accused the former Anambra State governor of going around to condemn people, thereby bringing judgment upon himself. The House of Representatives has called on security agencies to hush down on middlemen, holders, and saboteurs whose activities have caused disruptions and scarcity. The House of Representatives has called on security agencies to hush down on the middlemen, holders, and saboteurs whose activities have caused disruptions and scarcity in the supply of petroleum products. The chairman of the House Committee on Petroleum Resources, Ikenga Imo Ugochinyere, and the chairman of the House Committee on Petroleum Resources, Odianoson Henry Okoje, made the call at a press conference held at the National Assembly on Wednesday. Ugochinyere condemned the activities of middlemen who had taken advantage of the short disruption of supply to maximize profit and generate an inordinate gain for themselves to the detriment of other Nigerians. Said, "We hereby call on security forces to support the NNPC and other key stakeholders in the distribution chain to ensure that such acts of economic sabotage that have to do with holding, arbitrary increment in price, product diversion, and smuggling are detected and dealt with. Our people have been through a lot in the last few days, and we must not lock them into further pains. We appeal to all traders and those rendering services not to unduly take advantage of this temporary challenge, which will be cleared in the next few days." Ugochinyere disclosed that they had been in touch with the regulatory agencies in the petroleum downstream and midstream, who assured that the disruption in supply was being addressed. The Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, has assured Nigerian workers that the National Assembly and the executive arm of government would work collaboratively to give them a living wage and better working conditions. The Senate President declared that no Nigerian worker will again be allowed to work under inhuman conditions. "We will do everything to give you the best because you deserve the best." He made a declaration in a statement on Wednesday by his special advisor on media and publicity, Eseme Eyibo, to congratulate the workers as they commemorate the 2024 May Day. Akpabio, in the message, extolled the sterling qualities that stood out to the Nigerian workers, saying, "The Nigerian worker is noted for his patriotism, hard work, resilience, and dedication to duty. I am happy to be associated with the Nigerian workers in the last more than 25 years, and I can attest to the fact that everywhere you go, the Nigerian workers' spirit resonates profoundly." Speaking on this year's theme for the Workers' Day, ensuring safety and health at work in a challenging climatic condition, Akpabio promised that the National Assembly, under his leadership, was more than committed to ensuring the best working conditions for the Nigerian workers. The Senate President reiterated that the theme for this year's celebration was apt and in tune with the international best practices, ensuring that Nigeria will not be left behind. The Nigerian government has begun a 15-day emergency supply to end the fuel scarcity nationwide. Fuel scarcity has lingered across Nigeria for days. Although the Nigerian National Petroleum Company assured that it had sufficient petrol to go around the country, the scarcity has persisted. Collaborating NNPCL's position, Cardoso said barely 2 days ago, the country received 300 liters of petroleum motor spirit. He stressed that Nigerians do not need to panic as the fuel queue will soon vanish. As I said earlier, there won't be enough fuel across Nigeria soon. More have arrived, but I can't give you the figure. Vessels will keep arriving in Nigeria for 15 days, which started counting on Monday, and we will keep distributing the project nationwide. The masses should not panic. All this will soon vanish. We are not prioritizing anywhere. Each state has its allocation to be delivered accordingly, Cardoso said.